On this Saturday night, the sky is cleared, as I mentioned earlier, and so the moon is coming up, and it's turning out to be not a bad evening compared to what we had earlier today. And I think the rest of this weekend is going to be okay. We deserve a little nicer day tomorrow than what we had today. Take a look at the storm team Fury. There's no precipitation showing up. Earlier today, we did have some that went through. In fact, because of the colder air in the upper atmosphere, it caused it to seem like it was hailing in portions of Greene County. Certainly some ice pellets and just sleety conditions. It was just a cold, clammy sort of a rain. We did get a high today of 45 degrees, and that's way below normal for this time of year. Typically, we ought to be about 61 degrees or so. Maybe in another week we can get back up closer to that. Sky clearing now as higher pressure moves in. The wind still tending from the north-northeast, 5 miles per hour here in Terre Haute, 5 miles per hour in Mattoon. Indianapolis has a 7 mile per hour breeze, and over here in Mount Vernon, it's 5 miles per hour, St. Louis 6, so it's not real windy anywhere. We had wind earlier this week, but that has calmed down. It was somewhat breezy today, as a matter of fact. Ross Rawling was hollering at me about that, and I didn't have anything to do with the wind, but it was not the best day to be out at a football game. Now, it's 37 degrees here in Terre Haute right now, 36 in Casey, 33 in Mattoon. Paris has 34 and Rockville 35 degrees. Because we had some rain, and now because some colder air is moving in, looks like we have the possibility maybe for some foggy areas to develop tonight. Certainly some dampness on the windshields and so on, and I would expect a frosty morning tomorrow. 85% relative humidity. See, here in Robinson, it's 100% relative humidity, so when you find the relative humidity at 100%, usually the air is saturated. That means there's probably some fog developing, especially in low-lying areas and outlying places. And when the fog, or when the temperature gets down to around freezing, like I think it's going to tonight, then we have the possibility of some of that becoming slick. It's getting into that time of year where we have to think about that. By the way, up into the Dakotas, they have ice warnings in effect for tonight. Not for us. We don't have to worry about that. No ice. Take a look at the storm team futurecast, and it's going to be partly, I had my caps lock on. Rodrell, why didn't you catch that? Anyway, partly cloudy, foggy places tonight, about 30 for the overnight low, and then becoming mostly sunny tomorrow, a high tomorrow about 50. And then for tomorrow night, stop it. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, cold and frosty. This is what happens when the football game goes on late. We get kind of crazy around here. All right, let's look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 50 degrees. Monday, 49. Tuesday, 51. Wednesday, sunshine. Thursday, back up closer to normal for this time of year, and maybe even a little warmer than average toward the end of the week. Ron Drell.